Hi guys, Stephanie here, and today I'm doing a bookmark. This was requested, and so I'm making this for someone very special. And this is the paper cardstock-ish that I have set out for it. Now I did some preparation and I printed out this photo because I feel like this is something that he's gonna love. It's hard to make something for a guy that includes like ephemera and, anyway. So I did prep this with some clear gesso just to make it to where the ink doesn't run and stuff, because this is printed off from my printer. And so I'm going to start by figuring out what I want on here. And I definitely want this skull. It is fabulous. But I think I'm only going to be able to fit part of it, obviously. So I'm going to do my best and fit what I can on there. So yeah, it's just plain white. There's no gesso or anything on here. And I'm just going to leave the black back plain because I do like the way that that looks. I also have some other things out. Never mind my Facebook being loud in the background. Sorry about that. So yeah, I have a couple of things out, my usual, some words and map and all that other stuff. But I've been saving this button for a really long time. It's metal and it's gorgeous and I love it. And it's going to be for him. I think it's perfect. So, I asked him what he wanted. He said he wants everything. So here goes. Alright, so I'm just going to start by putting some map down and some other background stuff, including the skull. So I'm just going to rip off a couple of pieces of map and we'll go from there. Alright, I do have my matte medium that I'm going to use as my glue today. Alright, I think that is nice. So let's, let's just go ahead and glue stick this bad boy down. I'm gonna have to get out a new, here we go. New mat. My other one was just so stamped on and glued and horrible, so I had to replace it. Alright, so I just glued the whole back because I'm not entirely sure what part specifically I'm using, and I just want to make sure that when I do place this, it will go down good. Yeah, I like that right there. So let me take my finger and go across. And I don't have to worry about smudging the ink or anything. Now, after I'm done with this project, I will be taking baby wipes and cleaning off my scissors and making sure they're dry before I close them, because you don't want your baby wipes, you don't want your scissors to become rusty, and the stickiness from this glue is just gonna, cause all kinds of problems. So find it better safe than sorry to just go ahead and clean up. Alright, so now we have this, and I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to go across this bad boy just to make sure it is all down, and it is, and it looks fabulous. I love it. Alright, now where did my pieces of map go? They are underneath. Excuse me while I break everything together. Alright. I'm going to put my glue stick away now and just use this. All right. So I think this is too big. That's great. And so if I hadn't have primed this with gesso, as I'm putting on this matte medium, it would have a tendency to smudge the ink off of here, and I would be dragging color. And in this case, a dark brown, a black color, onto the rest of my bookmark here, and that's not something that I wanted to do, obviously. So by using the clear gesso, I made it so that I don't have to worry about this ink going anywhere. All right, like that. We'll put some of this on the bottom as well. All right. And don't worry if there's a little bit hanging off or anything on the edge here, because, you know, you'll go wrong with scissors afterwards. Not a problem. So we're going to go ahead with our usual music notes next. And we're not covering up the skull, we're just, you know, making it fit in nicely. Yeah, I want to put this down there. Yeah, I like this a lot. This is turning out great. And the best thing is it's not going to be girly. You don't have to worry about, you know, is he going to like it? Is it too girly? Just do it. All right. Finishing up here. When you're using word papers, you should make sure that you're not using any words that are gonna, you know, you don't want to use something like rash, right? But because this is a guy, I figured something like, you know, cuts and scrapes and stuff like that wasn't, you know, that would be fine. That's something that a guy wouldn't mind having. But a girl might not like that. You never know. I mean, to each their own. It's not, you know, I'm not, this isn't a, oh, well, you can and can't do this. Obviously. Do what you want. But, in my opinion, no, get off of there. Alright, I like this very much, and I'm going to put a little bit of music up there. And I think that's good. I don't need to worry about covering any more of this. And so, hopefully we're in frame. Let me move today's quote out of my way. So here we go. Now I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to take just a little bit more and put it right in here. All right. Now I'm going to heat set this. All right, now before I do the next part, I'm going to stick this off of here. Okay, before I do this next part, I'm going to go around with my brown gelato, and I'm going to kind of outline some of these papers This is something I've been doing lately, and only recently I thought of doing this, and I'm really glad that I did. It just, I don't know, it helps with the blending, it helps with some of the definition and stuff, so I really love doing this. So you get yourself a baby wipe, and you just take a corner, and, oh, this is a little too wet. It just took that part right off. I have to do more. And we're not wiping away the color, it's just activating. Now you can wipe away the color, like if you wanted to go, you know, over this hard enough, it would totally, you know, get rid of the color if that's what you wanted to do, like if you just continually wiped. But that's not what I'm going for. Alright, now before we move on, I'm going to go around the outside and cut off all this excess. And there's a lot of it. Alright. There we go. Last little bit. Oh, okay. Awesome. So this is our bookmark so far. Pretty cool. So next I'm going to do my favorite tissue paper. I love adding gold. I love this so much. So anyway, we're going to start by, of course, adding some Mod Podge or gesso down. And then you put this on top, and I like to smoosh. It gives it wrinkles, which adds texture. Awesome. So just continue this, put it wherever you see a space that you want a little extra color and dimension. And I like using this particular paper because it does go on pretty transparent, and so I don't have to worry about covering up my background too much, which is great. In my opinion. So I think one more piece after this up towards the top. I just use this little one, that's fine. Without smooshing. No, stay down. Okay, give it time to stick before you move it, I guess. Alright. And so that's all I want to do for that. I don't want to do too much just because I don't want to ruin the background. I really like all of the background. So that's it for all of that. And like I said, wiping off your scissors as soon as you get the chance is a really great idea. And then leave them open to dry out. And I'm going to heat set this Alright, and so this is now dry. Now his favorite color is green, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some color along the outside. And this just gives it a nice frame while, you know, adding a little extra personal character for that person. So again, you're going to take your baby wipe, just a corner of it, and just smoosh a little bit lightly. That looks awesome. I love it. And then smushing in a little extra here and there just to give it its own awesome. Oh my god, this is so awesome. Look at this. Look at how cool that is. I love it. Now I have a little lighter green. Now I'm coming in on some of this. There we go. And taking another piece of the baby wipe. And this is more of a vibrant green, and I just figured this would go really nicely here in these here center parts. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. Anyway, here we go. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's beautiful. I'm going to go along the outside edge again. I have a couple of pieces of tissue paper hanging over, and we just want to go ahead and fix that now. Awesome. Alright, sorry, technical difficulties, my camera stopped recording. So this looks really cool. I like it a lot. And now I was going to go along the edges with this. I might do it. I'm gonna go along the edge with after we're completely done with archival ink, you know, ink pad for our stamps, and with a dauber, just to make sure the outside is perfect, in my opinion. But this will do a nice little vignette around the outside. Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh, it looks so awesome. I love it. And it's totally, like, okay for a dude. It's not girly at all. It's great. I love it. I mean, I personally love this. I'd be okay getting this. That's my, you know, personal style. This side came out a little light, so I'm just gonna go back over it really quick. Alright. There we go. Wipe that one little more time. Yeah, I really like that. It looks very cool. So I have my gold paint pot. Y'all know I love this stuff. And this is going to help bring out some of this texture. Yes. Yes. It dries so quick, man. As soon as it gets on my hand, it's like done. Crazy. And there we go. Very cool. Love it. Alright, let me wipe my finger off. And the next step is going to be, I'm going to put a hole in this because he said he wants some dangly bits, which is totally fine. So I am going to put a hole in this, but it's not going to be like a tag. So I'm going to put the hole over here in the corner. Yep, just like that. And I am going to take a little bit of this and kind of just push it in there a little, just because I don't want it to look like it's a new hole. Yeah, there we go. That's what she said. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to put these buttons on. Maybe just one. Yeah, I'm going to put this button on, and I'm going to put it right here. It's such a nice looking button. Yeah, I'll put it right there. I'm going to put that on. I also wanted to try to put a word or something in here. Alright, so I saw some words up here that say, life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. And I thought that was great for this person. However, I found down here, live, create, tell the story. And I think that that is perfect for a bookmark. So I am going to cut after, not each word, but live, create, and then tell the story. And I'm going to take, oh, sorry, paint pot. I'm going to take my gel medium, my little paintbrush, and wipe it off. Okay. And I'm going to stick it down with the gel medium. These are the stickers from Tim Holtz, and they are stickers. However, I like to put them down with the gel medium to make sure that they stick on there. So I'm going to put the button there. So I think a word will go here. I'm going to put a little bit on top. This just will keep it down forever. And I'm going to put the other one here. Make sure it's down all the way. Put some over it. Alright, and then tell the story. This is beautiful. I figured it was perfect for a bookmark. Alrighty. So you just want to make sure that that is down nicely. You also want to make sure that the bookmark or tag or whatever you're doing at the moment is completely flat, so that you know, it's not sticking to it while it's bowed up, and then when it, you know, bends back at some other point, it's gonna bend off, if that makes sense. Alright. That's great. Oh, I just felt like this tissue paper was sticking up a little too far. Perfect, though. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love it. Alright. Now, I wasn't sure what color string I want to do for this, to be honest. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not going to leave the stringy bits like I normally do, because I'm going to be putting something else through the top here. So I'll just use black, and I'm going to sew this, and I will be right back. Alright, so I finished this, and you know what? I think I am going to leave the stringies, and if he doesn't like them, he can take them off himself. But I think it looks great. You tell me. Yeah? Alrighty. Let me get the string for this, and I shall be right back. Alright, so I have this string, and now I'm just going to go along the outside with my archival ink. And this just makes sure that the edges, the whites aren't edges. Yep. The edges aren't white, and it also just gives a really, really nice frame, besides the vignette that's already there. So let me do this really quick. Alright, so that's finished. And now we're going to take our string, pull it through, make a loop, pull the strings through the loop, and tighten. And there we go. We have our bookmark, dude-friendly bookmark. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found some inspiration. If you like what you see, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, do what you will, and I'll see you next time.